Hey guys, I know a lot of you have been waiting for the release of my Pocket Operator case, but launching a hardware product is not simple. But I do have something cool for you. A pretty interesting thing I've been working on for the past few months. I'm calling it the PO-33, and you can already get it as a production files for self-assembly. I'll explain at the end of the video, it's easier than it sounds. So guys, I'm honestly tired of recording samples manually. Most of the time I just want fresh samples, and preferably a lot of them at once. With the tiny 40 seconds memory limit that hard, and recording and copying drum section, it's a real pain. I'm missing a tool for easy sample recording, kinda like in the EP series. Basically my overloader just presses the PO buttons for easy recording. There is no magic or high-tech here, but it does it fast, accurately and in sync with the web app that plays samples and controls the whole process. I built this device for the PO-33, but the idea actually scales beyond it. Okay, let me show how it works. It's all simple and native. Open the Overloader website on PC or Mac. It should be a Chromium browser, like a Google Chrome. Then you'll see the flash and text connect overloader, so connect devices via USB cable and 3.5 jack. Everything connects seamlessly with slick animation on the PO. In the controller window on the left you can choose the bank, and on the right side you can press the PO sound buttons directly from the browser. With the volume PO slider you can adjust the Pocket Operator's volume level. Then go to the library window and just open sample folder locally. You can also navigate the samples library with the keyboard arrows. Choose a sample and its waveform appears on the timeline. You can play it using the play button or the space keyboard key. And drag the edges of the timeline to trim sample. Here you also see the sample durations and the remaining memory. That's 40 seconds minus the sum of the durations of all samples. For some reason samples on the PO take more space than their real length, though the orange highlight shows the approximate actual time the sample will take. And the volume SP slider adjusts the sample's volume. Meanwhile the bank button turned orange. That means there is a sample inside. Let's pick a few more banks and drop samples too. Now the fun part, let's enter the drum section. Here you already have 16 internal slots available, these ones on the right. And yes, you can load as many as you want in any order. For example, choose these 4 diagonally and load the snare, kick, clap and hi-hat. The bank button filling up orange to 25%, and when inside another bank you can still see how full all banks are. Now to load samples onto the PO we have 3 options. First, load sample. Loads the selected slot, either melodic or drum. Second, load drum bank. Available only for drum banks. It loads all slots that have samples inside selected drum bank one by one. Third, load all. Loads all slots that contain a sample, starting from slot 2 to 16, technically 136, and finishing with slot 1. This order exists because the first melodic slot is used as a buffer for loading and copying all drum slots. At the end of the operation, the first melodic slot gets overwritten with the sample stored in this slot in the browser. Keep that in mind. If you have something in slot 1, it will be overwritten when loading the drum section. Next, the delete buttons. Clear bank removes the sample from the selected melodic slot or clears the whole drum bank. Clear all deletes all 16 sections one by one, both in the browser and on the PO. There is also an erase button, but it doesn't work yet. I will add the functionality later. Same with save samples, tone up and these two. Don't press, nothing will happen. That's it. And even though this project was originally conceived as a sample loader and it's based on ESP32 microcontroller, so in reality it's an Arduino with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi that can control a Pocket Operator. You can write and program any automation that comes to mind. For example, USB or Bluetooth MIDI or connect some sensors. So you can also use it with the other Pocket Operator models to control them. I'm not planning to sell finished device for now. However, you can order the PCB yourself with all components already assembled using any PCB manufacturing service. Even if you've never done this before, it might be a good opportunity to try. I've written a detailed guide on the website. It walks you through a few simple steps that will get you a finished or almost finished device. All that's left is to flash it directly on my website with no additional software required. This is actually the third version already. I managed to get rid of extra 3D printed parts and soldering during assembly, making the device a bit more reliable and cheaper. I'd really like to keep developing this project. I'll probably also add a backup feature that saves your sample set configuration for quick loading and maybe support for the PO-35. I've got ideas to make it better and cheaper for you guys. But it honestly depends on your support because I still don't know if anyone besides me actually needs this. Obviously, instead of spending months development, I could just record around million samples manually, so yeah, it's not saving my time anymore, but it might save yours.